What's up, my fine feathered friends? Welcome, welcome, brothers and sisters. Hope all is well. What a week we are having. The strength is not there. D90, hope you're well, man. Bluegrass, come back when you can. Yeah, a little bit of a struggle here. So, what is this all about? This is just our normal zone of stay even for a bit, tuck down, not ready to make new highs. Will we reach 102 today? We could easily do that, but it would take a lot of strength. We're running out of time in regards to ETFs and everything to drive us where we need to be. So I don't think that's going to happen. Don't know about the inflows yet, but and they could have been significant. But today is just one of those days. And you have Velo here who finally got its turn that you all have been waiting for, myself as well. And I'm getting texts on this like crazy, and it's back down to 26 cents. It just couldn't hold because a lot of people taking profits. A lot of people bought it where I did, and many of you, and they decided to take profits. Hell no, I'm not in it as much as I am down here to sell it 37 cents. No, not happening on my watch. Not at all. That's not why I'm in crypto. I'm not in to make. Yeah, I mean, it would have been about 25, 30K, but it's all good. It'll get to $1. It jumps like it just did. Now, here's the problem. Because it didn't have the strength. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's just all hype right there. That is just all good news. But because the market is lagging, which it is, it didn't have the. It would have had a sell back anyways. But because it doesn't have the strength like it would have a week ago or so, when everything was pumping, it couldn't get to that level of 50 cents, 75 cents, because it could have easily got there with that type of volume. It never has that volume. But that just shows you what happens. And now it's, majority of that sell volume right now. I think what drove it up was a couple hundred million. Yeah, exactly. I mean, 50 cents, we would have been there, no problem. And we would have had a little more support. Right now, we could easily drop down to the teens. I hope it was going to find some strength at 30 cents, but that's okay. That's the market we're in right now. But you hate when something good like that happens. I mean, it's a pretty significant thing being listed on Binance, C90. It's just you and me, man. It's you and me. Where did the bluegrass go? But that's okay. Everything is just starting. I mean, when you see stuff like that, that's the stuff that I love that new people are not used to. I got a text from my daughter's boyfriend saying, why did Velo do that? I said, did you buy it when I told you to? At 12 cents. A little bit. So, $100 in it. $100 is not going to change your life. And it's clear as day that Velo was going to make a move at some point. I was frustrated with it, but not really. It just not doing anything. Couple $1 million volume it was having, and you inject, you go from a couple million volume, 3-4 million to this. There's no stopping it. That's why you have a candle like you did. But I am hoping, I wonder if something could send us big time, but it'll be like significant news or ETFs getting Bitcoin to new highs, back to 103, 104. That was such a short-lived thing. I'm not complaining at 101,000. It's just the rest of the market right now. It's just you're going to have your select few tokens that boom, shake up, down. It's up 78%. It was like 130 at one point. It's okay. You want to see a retracement. As long as it's not too severe, I'll be happy. But it might wait until next year. We were hoping for a Santa rally. We had a little bit of one, but you just don't know. need to really go over the news, but I'm pretty interested in Paul Atkins, what's going to happen there. Um, what I've been looking into him. Well, let's read a little bit about him. Served as Republican SEC commissioner 02 to 08, having been appointed to the role under George W. Bush. Is already a pro-innovator and investor against the red tape. I love that. This is the type of guy you want. Boy, I hope he doesn't pivot. I don't think he would. I don't think the administration will let that happen. According to legal, Anderson, Atkins was known for emphasizing proportionality in enforcement actions, advising against massive fines for corporate based on individual wrongdoing, and focusing on complex and nuanced cases instead of prioritizing a high number of enforcement actions. What does that tell you? That is complete opposite of what we've been dealing with. Not only, let's be honest, during the Trump's last administration, nothing got done in crypto, and Jay Clayton was no friend to crypto. Until he started getting bribed and he left. I mean, his going out surprise was, throwing that on Ripple. And I can tell you this, if Jay Clayton didn't go after Ripple on his way out, I wouldn't doubt that Gary Gensler would have. So I think so far this looks good. Now remember, definitely different administration, a pro-crypto administration so far. I mean, he is, if you heard Trump yesterday with the idiot Jim Cramer, boy, it was pretty nice to hear what he was saying. Can't stand listening to Jim Cramer. Oh my God, never have. I've been in the market back when I was in the equities market, back when I was in the treasuries at the Chicago Board of Trade. Cramer was wrong, and I just, even back then, I was like, holy shit! How do people listen to this guy? He's a complete clown. Not a stupid guy, but he's a fool. A fool who is a kiss ass, and you ever want to see someone suck someone off, listen to him kiss the ass of the show before him, Squawk Box, when they do an interview, and he will just butter them up. He's something else. Digital Chamber of Commerce President Cody Carmen said one of the most promising things about Atkins is his pre-existing familiarity with the current SEC staff, including current Republican SEC Commissioner Hester, Crypto Mom Pierce. Both Pierce and Ueda were staffers for Atkins during his 6-year stint at the agency. When we look how the commission is going to work moving forward, they have familiarity. They've been rolled up their sleeves and have been in war together. That is very good. After leaving the SEC, Atkins founded the financial sector consultancy firm. Sam Bankman-Fried's now defunct exchange as a client. Oh, interesting. All right. So he worked with Sam Bankman-Fried, who didn't work with FTX, right? And who didn't take money from him in the last election, not the one that we just had. 2023, Atkins said the only reason FTX crisis became an international debacle was because the U.S. didn't make clear enough rules to accommodate digital assets. However, this is great. Fraudulent activities were the primary cause of the collapse. That is great. That is huge. I mean, this guy is saying all the right things, and he just needs to stick to that when he gets in. Trump has not nominated Atkins. It is not a done deal. Congress and Senate can vote against confirming a presidential nominee. Don't think it's going to happen. Atkins to be confirmed in March. Okay. SEC features a board of 5 commissions at present. List of SEC commissioners include Pierce. Who cares? However, 2 of them have recently announced they will be leaving in January. That is wonderful. So I'm pretty excited about this. The bottom line is this: we need regulation. And once the regulation is done, and the people in charge right now, it's going to be the Republicans. As long as they can do it smart and work within the framework and work with honest companies like Ripple, like Ada and all the other companies that want to work with SEC and they have clear, specific guidelines to meet. It's going to be great for us. It's not, there will be no looking back. We will have a bear market, but who knows what's going to become of that and when it's going to happen. Do a sound check. All right. So I like that. Pretty damn happy about some of his picks. I got to be honest. Some of them are absolutely ridiculous. McMahon, Board of Education. I guess she couldn't do any worse. But I don't care about any of this FUD crap. Early Bitcoin investor jailed for unreported crypto gains. 4 million BTC. Okay. Take out money for taxes. Pay your damn taxes. Okay, who cares? There's so many crypto wallets explained. That's good. This is stuff for you new folks. Go on Cointelegraph. There's a lot of good stuff out there for you to get educated on. A lot of good stuff. All right. Oh, yeah. And guys, it was freezing this morning. It was zero. It was negative when I was running. I took my gloves off to make a short video and to say I couldn't go live because I was frozen and I was far away from my car. Literally within 10 seconds, I had to stop making the video because my right hand just went completely numb. Had to put the glove on and had to run 3/4 of a mile that I didn't want to run. I was done. Just to get into the car and get my hand done. It was a little bit in panic mode. It was a big mistake. It was deceiving because the wind wasn't that bad, but as soon as you took something off, it was frozen to the core. It was absolutely frozen. So, for my brothers and sisters in the Midwest here, have a blanket and a jacket, gloves, and a hat always in the car. Even if you're not wearing one, have an extra pair in the car because you get stranded or something, your car dies, should be okay. You got to be prepared. Though this crazy freeze will not last here in Chicagoland. What else gained some traction today? So there you go, up a penny. I like it. I'll take every penny we can get for that. Nothing crazy though. This has really been kind of a dud. Velodrome's done great, but we've really had a fine week, but not that great if you look at the crash we had. And Ondo trying to get to that back above that $2. Ondo has been just an awesome project. Never did get $2, did it? $1.99. At the hair of its chinny chin chin. Today, I suppose, huh? Oh. All we need is a good day, and this thing's at 240. 240. And C90, I know you want to sell your Ondo. I don't know if you have. Boy, do I recommend not doing it. Shadow finally returned to my. You bought Shadow? Did you buy Shadow because of me? I'm not taking credit because it was killed. But that is the freaking law. The law of DCAing. You know how it works. I've been down it forever, but I was buying as soon as the volume started picking up on it. God, I hope you didn't buy it because of me. Oh, you did? Sorry, shit. Oh, it's at 88 cents though. Ooh. We were pushing the boundaries there too. Look, we got back up to $1.06. It's great. I'm almost in the money. I was in the money, but look at that. Look at that. That's nothing. Sorry. Let's take a look. Look at this. Where I bought it no. I bought it on the rocket ship down. Boom, 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 boom. Bought some more there. No, bought some there. And then when it got below $1, I'm like, screw this. And the volume got to 100,000. Nope. Then as it started coming up and the volume picked up, I'm like, okay. because I didn't know. I believe in the project, but there are issues that they have in their marketing, and they said that when I bought it. Before I bought it, they said we're not doing marketing, which is a big mistake. They suck at it, but it's a very promising project. Problem is, if they don't market it, it may not do great. But the tokenomics are wonderful. Look at that. I'd like to see something more like that. Like up here where my arrow is. Be like that. Get back to a buck. We're going to see it. We'll see that. It's done incredibly well. Look at last month. The smart thing, I DCA'd and lowered my average cost significantly. My gut was to buy, what, I did buy some around here. I just bought, a few $100s here, a few $100s there, just to lower my costs, and then a few hundred more, and then I bought a bunch actually, higher because it got the momentum. But I let it go for a little bit when it was in the $100,000 to $200,000 volume. That I stick to my guns on that. But once that volume picks up, I start buying. It's just one of those things I stick to. I still hold on to. I don't think I love the project, but I'm not going to have Josh go through another round. I told you, yes, exactly. Do you recall when Josh was not an Ondo guy? He may say he was, but I'm telling you, he was not. He said it's not. BlackRock has nothing to do with it. You have to look at the fine print. He was not into Ondo at all. Actually, he didn't like it. Actually, thought it was hype and that it did not have any BlackRock. If you look at the fine print on the website, he would say it's nothing. And then everyone can turn around. I'm good with that. But don't act like you called Ondo, and help people out. I can't say I did, even though I called it. I was recommending it at 21 cents. I had like 10 people watching the show. So, I had no influence, just like AIOZ. Barely anyone, when I was talking about AIOZ, I don't even think I had one subscriber. So, I can't take credit for anything. I just happened to make some early picks, and I make some shitty ones. I think this is a good pick, but it was a better pick at 26 cents, not at $1.34 when I first bought it, or $1.37. But because you DCA, because you make the right things, you get in the money before you know it. And he flips more than people know. So, yeah, he does. And that, flipping on a project, I don't mind. Taking credit for shit annoys me. And, they don't care what I have to say. But, this morning when I was running, I was listening to Discover Crypto a little bit. And TJ, I will talk about that for a second. I know you're a mod there, but, dude, when he put on that sponsor, and they're getting paid for that, that's where they lose me. And that's where their integrity leaves. And I don't like IRA, crypto shit. I think I trust and all that. It's okay to do, but you know how I feel about that. You should be diversified. You saw my 401k in equities. It's up. I looked yesterday, a couple $100,000 this year. 401k, I only put in $30,000. I just did, my last contribution will be on the 15th is when they'll take out a couple $1,000s. It's what I do a year, and it's up a couple $100K this year. Yeah, can you do better in crypto? Sure, but you have to be diversified. But I won't go into that. But when they started shilling that guy on today, and when TJ's goes, the picks here, that's where you lose me. That's where, I know he has no integrity, but what can you do? He's no Ben, that's for sure. I missed a show today. My kids had a Christmas show. Nice. Tis the season. Yeah, it was nothing good. Once that guy came on, I listened for 2 minutes, and TJ kept pushing it, and I'm like, this is everything I hate about it. I understand people wanting sponsors. I understand he has a show to run. To me, it's an integrity issue. They make enough money in regards to certain things, their investments, but got to have sponsors when you're at that level. I get it. It's just, how do you know to trust? Then today, listening to Rand and the VPN, and everyone pushing the VPN shit, it's just uncool. You have a VPN and you use Coinbase, they'll lock your account. And that's people want to be hidden. He went into it pretty deep and hard about being anonymous and all that. Well, that's not what the government wants. So I'm not for it, to be honest with you. I play within the system and on the fringes. Yeah, but today's show was a little sketchy. Rand's was unlistenable. And I was listening to George a little bit this morning. I had to turn him off. He was banning people for asking about the bell he used to ring. He used to do a year ago a bell, market bell, greatest bell in the industry, he would say. He actually banned people today for asking about the bell. He goes, that gets old. Can you imagine being so arrogant and such an asshole that you take your subscribers for granted? He doesn't care about any of them. And I see his private groups. It's just crazy to me. And I actually did, Hot Sauce, what's up? I did have a thing that I wanted to do for some newbies, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. It depends. Like a fast refresher on my opinion of crypto YouTubers. I just did a quick Google search, see who would come up to go through them. Because I used to have a list that I went over, I don't know, maybe 9, 8, 10 months ago, a little review. Why I started this channel to, the people out there who I feel are trustworthy and aren't, and what you'll get out of even the ones who aren't trustworthy offer some benefit, like Ran. There's some benefit there, so maybe I'll go over that in a bit. Hot Sauce, I hope you're having a good Friday. I really do. But I would like to see, what's very odd today is look at we're almost at 4 trillion market cap, which is unbelievable. Look at the volume on CoinGecko, 264 billion. Normally, crypto market cap's less. Oh, just a moment ago, it said 385. Okay. So volume's definitely down. So, I mean, that, I like to see 185 or whatever, but that's compared to how we've been, that's light. That's why we are not seeing the huge gains like we would like to. That's why, Bitcoin's struggling. We are definitely in some type of holding period, and I believe maybe the Trump hype is done. The Trump rally we had, which is what we did have. It's just not sustaining right now. It will, but I think we are in just serious accumulation mode, and we could easily have more flash crashes next week with Powell. Even I'm going to go on the record saying something that if Powell, even if he lowers rates, and a lot of people who are in the Fed, former Fed people, do not think he should lower rates, but they think he kind of has to because he's put the momentum forward. My thought is he will lower 25 basis points. My thought, though, is his comments and his tone is not going to be dovish. Because if you listen to all the experts out there, and when I say experts, the people who are at high levels in finance, institutions, all over Squawk Box, the news, you name it, we read about, they don't think we should lower rates, or they think we have to be very careful. And I agree. Inflation is ticking up for sure. We could get ourselves into a bad, sticky situation. I don't care about inflation right now. I care about one thing, the Fed lowering rates. I don't give a shit about inflation. Actually, prices suck right now. I don't know if you're looking at food prices. Some food prices have gone up. I don't care. I don't care about inflation if our bags go up 500, 1,000%. If we 10 times our money, I could care less about, raise beans another 20 cents for me. I really don't care. Let me open the door just in case one of my pups needs to come in. I need to hear for Dakota. So we could have a very shaky ground next week. Just note that. I'm sure you guys do know that. It could be very sketchy and uneasy. So I'm hoping, and we could flash crash easy, even with a 25 basis point cut. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but my gut tells me he is not going to be dovish, and he's going to be very cautious. I don't know, though. It's just what my gut's telling me. But what I am hearing, and I listen to this stuff quite every single day and read it, many people are not thinking we're doing the right thing by lowering rates now. We need to pause here, see what happens. or we need to lower this rate. And some people think, we'll lower here, we'll lower the next meeting, and then we'll pause and wait. I'm good with that, as long as we lower now and we lower the next one. But we will follow heavy PPI and CPI. And with the holiday season here, you could see a hot number again. PPI was fairly hot. CPI was warm, and so that's concerning. I'll have to watch the sponsored bit, yeah, but I do like Unchained. They let you custody your own coins, hold the seed phrase for your IRA still, management fee. That's okay. My big thing, though, is you just have to be diversified, C90. I think now crypto's heading into a new phase, but, you're about to pay off your home with a Bitcoin. That's diversified. You're going to have some fiat money. Right, you're gonna have cash on side that's diversified. I'm sure you do a 401k with your. I think you said you turned it all over to crypto or ETFs. That's not diversified because you're buying spot. You're doing that type of thing, ETFs and everything. That's great, but you need to have some equities just because long term you're young. I'm telling you, 20 years from now, it'll pay off, guaranteed. That I can actually say is financial. It's guaranteed. Can't say the same about ADA or XRP or, Bitcoin, yeah, but who the hell knows? So I just have my concerns I'm very wary, as you can tell. I'm wary about everything in crypto in regards to the exchanges. Something like iTrust, anything like you had an issue with buying Moonwell because of the name Moon in it. Yeah, I get that. Anything with the name Moon in it. Which I've been buying a shitload more of Moonwell. I wish I did it all at 3 cents and below, but it's just not happening because I believe it'll have a spike up just like Velodrome did. Why it hasn't, I don't know. Why Velo is taking forever, I don't know either. But anything with the name Trust in it, I trust. No way. And I'm going to trust myself with my own crypto. Will they be around? Are they insured? Sure. I believe everything I've read about them is legit. I just can't. I got to go with my gut. I have a small SysFig, simple IRA, and S&P. Perfect. And my large 401k you rolled into ETFs. I think that'll work out. Will you sell that off and put it into something else? I mean, the ETFs, when the market sells off, do you believe that'll hurt you at all? Our company is too small for a 401k. Oh, so we went simple IRA, which is not bad. Do they match that at all? It's infuriating how bad our custodian company is. Yeah. Well, then you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Me, the companies I've worked for, the big companies, the 401ks are freaking great. I have a 401k that I didn't roll over into this one, just in my old company. Since I left in 2016-ish, something like that, I've just left it there. Haven't touched it. It's gone up like $250,000. Just that one that's just sitting there. I have multiple ones. And that's it's just crazy. And some of them only go up 10, 15, 20% a year. With that compounded and, interest and everything, it works out. And I might as well just leave that one there, because if I rolled it into this, it's nice, but that's heavily diversified. One's Prudential, one's Fidelity. I got a simple IRA. I've got mutual funds. I got all this crazy shit. That's when you look at when you're sitting at 52 and you look at your total worth. If you've been doing the right moves your whole life and some wrong moves, which I have done, hopefully it weighs out, when you're my age and you've got enough to go around. I believe after this market, if it goes the way we want it, if it goes for the length, and I'm hearing like we're done in April. I hate that crap. Look at it. I was listening to Rand this morning. Listen to Rand on Banter and Benjamin Cowan this morning. That's worth listening to. He's a smart guy, Ben Cowan, but I take what he has to say with a little pinch of salt. Sharp guy, statistics, graphs, history. There's some rhyme or reason to it, I suppose. 50% on six. Okay, yeah, that's not great. Better than nothing. So I think you're making a right choice. If you don't have the luxury of a good 401k, and 401k is not the greatest thing in the world, it's just one thing that's different than my spot crypto. I think it's great that you're doing the ETF. I think, I can't get on board with iTrust at all. They sponsor too many people. It's just not a thing. And I've got no issue, not as big of an issue with the company that was on Discover Crypto today. I couldn't listen to it because TJ's shilling of it was so pathetic, and I know how desperate he is. I mean, if you listen to the video of him, I played it on my channel like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago when Ben played it, of him begging for sponsors. That just showed me, the type of what he does. Speaking of Ben, we never did talk about that fight. I have to say, that big boy, I got to give him credit. He lost the fight. That's why you never leave it in the judge's hands. The other guy tuckered up. Ben was more tuckered up, but I give him credit for having heart. I do not like that guy at all. I think he's a scum of the earth. Many people are, nor am I perfect. But I give him credit for hanging in there, and he fought tough. He fought tough. I mean, that guy outreached him. I mean, it was ridiculous. So I have to give him credit. I really do. Smurf battle. Well, dude, I'm pretty sure too. I still remember back in '99, my dad got a letter in the mail about a retirement account he opened in '82 that they were closing his account. First time I saw the power of compound interest. It's crazy. Yeah, I got screwed over a long time ago when I was an equity trader. A long time ago, it was before Ameritrade. It was before all this digital stuff. I used to pay a fortune in commission fees. And then I was in the Chicago Board of Trade. I was a trader. I was like this, the hand signal guys in the pit, taking care of the banks, Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, all Merrill Lynch. And I bought a bunch of things, but I bought a big time, like 30,000 of this one company called eDigital. No, Earth Search Sciences, where they scan the Earth's surface to look for natural minerals. At one point, what did I spend? I spent 30 grand. That was a lot of money for me then. I was 22 years old, something like that. At one point, I was up a shitload on it. I ended up losing money. They did a reverse split, like 400 to 1. So for every one share, they took 400 shares and gave me one share at the new price. It went up. Normally, when they do a split, it goes down. Like if it's at $80 and you have 100 shares, it goes to $40, and now you have 200 shares at that price. Well, what they did was a reverse split, and it went to a higher price, and they took away 400 to 1, and then the market crapped out in the .com thing, and I lost all the money, which was a fortune to me back as a young man. But I paid to do that like $400 in commission, which was a huge amount of money back then. And all of a sudden, the internet started bringing out all these like online brokers, and it was like $9. It was just unbelievable. Hence, the internet started taking over and doing the good stuff. I do got to give credit to him though. Ben, back to Ben, I'm all over the place. Really was tough. It was tough in that. I would have liked to seen him get knocked out, but not that easy to get knocked out. And when you have two amateurs just swinging gloves at each other, any good fighter would take Ben out in a second. In a second, it wouldn't be me. I'd have to take off the gloves and try to get him to the ground. That's the only way I could win. I'm small, but I do jiu-jitsu. Me punching someone in the face is not going to hurt them. Me getting on their back and choking them out like the guy did on the bus who killed that piece of shit, and he went to jail for it, but he was released. That I can do. I can get someone to the ground. Many people don't have a chance just because I know jiu-jitsu. If we stand and fight, I will get my ass kicked. I'm like Zach Roloff. That is. The guy I worked for in the pit, 2003. That might have been after my time. Yep. I left before 9/11. I was in the Treasury bond pit. Yep. Then I got into the corporate world because things were changing and the floors were changing. Because I was in what they called open outcry, and using your hands to signal and execute trades. Trading bonds, and it was going more digital. And I just like, all right, I got to get myself some type of corporate education. I just started my first job out of there. I was making like 20. I think the base was $27,000 a year, and it was a nightmare. I learned a great deal though. Then I went to another position, another job, another job, another job, and I just kept doing it. And then I found my niche. So it takes time. Takes time. I was young family. It was a little stressful with having my first kid and everything, but life works itself out. If you work hard, and you stay with it. I'm not saying I didn't have my bouts of depression and like misery for some of the people I worked for. Some of them were very abusive, but then I learned how to manage people by not managing like them. I took their best and worst skills and thought in my head what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do, and it was me. Equity index derivatives at Goldman. Okay. Yeah, no. I just dealt with 30-year treasury bonds at the Chicago Board of Trade. By '03, yeah, the market, it was changing a great deal. Still have a good buddy, my old accountant, who we started together back there when I think I was 21 when I started there. And yeah, I was 20 or 21. And he's still down there. 53 he is. He's also a CPA, but the floors have been dead forever, and it's just all electronic for the most part. And he was at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I was at the Board of Trade, and then it combined. It started in the grain room, in this like soybeans and oats and all that. It was nuts. Making $7 an hour working for Lehman Brothers, being a runner. I'd literally take a deck would print out, they'd hand it to me, and I'd go, oh, it's the oat pit. I would go run and give it to our broker, who handled the oat pit. Oh, it's a soybean. Boom. And some people saw me, they thought I had initiative, so they brought me to the crazy financial room where all the financials were. And it was this little tiny room. And it started taking off. All the treasuries, the 5-year notes, the 2-year notes, all that stuff they traded, they bet on. And it got bigger and bigger. And then they expanded the Chicago Board of Trade. And we had this huge, huge room just for treasury, just for financials. And I kept getting hired by different people, and finally started trading and doing it on my own and working for a brokerage group, ran all the brokerage and all that. It was a blast. It was a blast, but dysfunctional place. A lot of crazy people, as you can imagine. Met all the people there. I met the Cardinal at the time, Walter Payton, if you guys know who that was. And people would come down there. You name Jim Cramer, all the Mayor Daley at the time. They'd all come down there. Like people would ring the bell at the stock exchange. It was similar at the Chicago Board of Trade. Good experience. A lot of drugs. A lot of drinking. I didn't really take part. I just took a train to the city, back to the burbs when I was done. Eat Taco Bell on the way home. Drank a lot though. Yes, yes, yes. So, VPN sponsors. Yes. But I think if you are diversified, it's worth looking at some of those, some of the ETFs. Maybe what C90 is doing. I just can't do the IRA route. I think that if you wanted to do a little in there, but I have my concerns over the next 10, 15 years. Maybe with regulation it'll be better. It's just there's so much sketchy shit out there, companies, and when you have YouTubers shilling, I just every YouTuber, it's rough. Ooh, nice. Only 5 of you on here. Yeah, that's rough. Sorry, I'm going live when I can. It's just been a crazy, crazy couple weeks. Doing what I can. But, so not news-wise, you guys don't need that. Anything on your guys' radar to buy? I was stupid and added another one C90, and I'm too embarrassed to tell you what it was the other day. Not even sure why the hell I bought it. And I went kind of hard in. I'm down money on it, but it's okay. I'm too embarrassed. You looked into those fees. Your best bet would be to switch to advanced trade, yeah, and sell off with taker only marked. They have tiers based on your volume that you should group your sells by. Okay, so maybe keep the Coinbase one account that I have, and then when I get ready to make a serious sell, click over to advanced, do the sell. The money will be in, I could sell there, I would assume I still got to mess with the USD. Then I can switch back over, toggle back to standard, and it'll be in there, or I could probably off ramp from advanced, I suppose. It would be set up to the same bank. I've only off ramped in standard, excuse me. Coin Supra. Oh yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Supra. Let's take a look-see. Heard a lot about it today, actually. Supra. I drive a Supra. Oh, I mean Supra. No data available. I do not like that. I like the volume. We're at all-time highs. I don't like that I can't see circulating supply and shit like that. Too new? Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about this. Yeah, just toggle your off ramp. Doesn't look any different between regular and advanced. Thank you, brother. Have you used that at all? Yeah, no, it's all good. Hot sauce. Doesn't matter. I'll still take a look. I could do a deeper dive into it. I've just been hearing a lot about it, but haven't not looked into it. That's why when you listen, as much as okay, there we go. Huh. Wow. So 6 billion. I hate the tokenomics. I don't know when this shit's getting released, but I mean, look at the supply. That's the first thing I look at, right? Because I'm only in this for appreciation. It's already got 6 billion. Look at it's got 6 billion released, and it's still doing better than Benki. That freaking blows. But it's got the volume. Announces TGA. Supra is a powerful layer 1. Another layer 1 blockchain. That's what we need. Ecosystem bringing users a new level of interoperability and decentralization. Supra's sweet, groundbreaking protocols include highly performance Oracle trustless. Okay, I like what it says it's doing. I like what it says it's doing. I hate the tokenomics. That doesn't mean it's not going to do well. If the supply remains the way it is right now and the volume keeps up the way it is, I think it'll do well. Me, I'm probably not a buyer just because I'm well too diversified, but you have to know when, more tokens are going to be released. Doesn't mean it can't, 100 billion come out tomorrow, it's fucked. But I mean, if it stays at 6 or 10 billion, it could, I just look at it this way. Look at the tokenomics 6 billion versus Cardano and XRP. Yeah, you can't compare both projects. Or Polygon, it's got like 10 billion out and it, got to $1, no problem. So, 50 cents on this, without the hype, 50 million is not bad volume on a small project like this. So it's worth diving into. I don't know if it's worth buying. You got to, make sure you figure out the token unlocks, That's huge. Have off ramped from Coinbase, all buys and sells. Okay, so you're pretty familiar with it. All right, awesome. So I may come to you for reassurance on that, so I don't F it up. Literally, it's just click over. It's the same, different world. It's more advanced, which I like. and but everything goes from, because it's the same platform in a sense. Same. It's not like using the wallet or anything. It's just everything's over there that you have. Most are limit orders where I allow taker, but if turn that to post only, you would save on fees. Post only, what does that mean? Excuse my ignorance, but that's why we're in this community. I'm great at what I do, and I suppose post only, would that be a market order? Meaning selling it at market price? Yep, just reach out if you have a question. I'm mostly on mobile, but I have used PC. Okay, yeah. Mobile's how I do it. I'm not doing it on my PC ever. I'd never log into Coinbase on my PC for the obvious reasons. Um, Warren probably, that I look at will. I'm joking. Okay, I thought I saw hers, but I didn't know if she went into full detail. So that's one thing I did want to. How many people are on here? 8. Any new people on here? Because I did videos before that I thought were helpful to new people and trustworthy and what these YouTubers have to offer. I bore people with that, but I think I'm going to do it anyways for new people. For the people I know, I'm just going to tell you, and you guys pitch in to what you think of them. Altcoin Daily, you want the news a day or 2 or 3 days later? Sure, they will never make you money. But these are YouTubers, like the top YouTubers. Brian Young, I recommend listening to him. So, I mean, I would subscribe to Altcoin Daily. I rarely watch their videos. It's just maybe in the background, but it's always old news that you got from Discover Crypto today. You'll get from Altcoin Daily tomorrow, and they're just, to me, not going to make you any money. Brian Young, awesome. I recommend watching him. He does have a private group. It's probably worth it. I'm not joining it. I don't need to, but he's a sharp guy, and he's made some good calls, and I think he explains things well. I just like him. I think he does well. Benjamin Cowan, I think he's a bearish type of guy. He's kind of a maxi in a sense, but I stopped listening to him a while ago just because he doesn't do it for me. Post only mode means that traders can place an order if it would be posted to the order book as the maker order. Oh, gotcha. So the order has to be there on Coinbase order book for it to go through. You technically are exchanging with another user and not digging into Coinbase Ledger. How's the spread, the slippage on that? Is there, and also is there, when you're on advanced, that spread brutal? Since there's a delay, I'm going to go back into this. So Benjamin Cowell, I think, will confuse you more than anything. If you want to listen to him, fine. Don't know Sheldon. 99, good for new people to get acquainted with blockchain and so on and so forth. Cryptos Are Us, I think you could listen to him. He will never make you money, and he's an arrogant fuck. George is a total douche. But I think he's worth subscribing to and listening to him before he goes into Q&A. His Q&A is a joke, and he will yell at you if you ask him a question. He will, he's just a douchebag, but he's not stupid. He's an idiot in many respects, but when it comes to giving you some insight on the market of that day and keeping you bullish, that's what he's good at. But I think he's worth, I hate to give him any subscribers, but I listen to him, and then I bitch about him. Crypto Banter, none of his people are worth listening to except for Rand. Rand is the owner of this. They're all scammers, and I just, technical analysis, they just yap, like Sheldon and whoever else in the morning, a couple people, I listen to them for 5 minutes and then they're done. But then Rand I will listen to every day a little bit and try to forward over his shilling and VPN stuff and threatening the likes and Valhalla and all that crap. But he is, he's a scammer, but he knows the market. He does know the market, but just know he's full of shit. The Moon is a total scammer, piece of crap. Do not listen to him ever. You'll know within 2 seconds that he's the biggest scammer punk in the world. Don't know him. Nope, don't know. Ivan Tech, very annoying guy. Not stupid, but I listen to him here and there. But I can't stand his voice. Lark Davis, I used to listen to him in the beginning. I do listen to him when he comes on, but he's turning into a shill boy as well. But he's worth listening to. He will shill you. He will shill you the same stuff every day and the sponsors and everything, but that's his living. He's not here for you. None of these people are here for you. Remember that. But Lark will give you a good perspective. He's worth subscribing to. Crypto Casey's awesome. In regards to instructional, and yeah, she's the only one who doesn't annoy me with her sponsors, because most of her sponsors I believe in, to be honest with you, and I don't know, there's something about her that's genuine. She's genuine, and she teaches you. She's not here shilling shit and talking about this or that. She is teaching you, and if you're new to crypto, you have to subscribe to her. You have to. Look at the comments real quick. Okay. Coinbase, there's always been liquidity for way more than any of my buys and sells. I think we start to sell off. I'll leave it to allow taker to avoid any issues with an order not filling. Ben Cowan is entertaining to those who still watch black and white television. That's C90. You're something else. Exactly. If you any of you are old enough to remember MASH, the show MASH, I know none of you are. That Ben Cowan is like Alan Alda, Harry Potter on that MASH. But Crypto Casey, newbies, subscribe to her. Veterans don't need to, but she's so awesome. Never listen. I go on CoinMarketCap, never listen to him. Joe's a nice enough guy, but I don't. None of his picks to me. Here's the man, BitBoy, the man. He is. Back in the day, was worth listening to, and I used to listen to this guy when he was in a closet before he was with TJ and all them. Truly do not like the guy. I think he's a horrible, horrible human being. He's a pile of crap scammer, and he's lost his fucking mind. I would definitely never recommend it. He will. Back in the day, last bull run, he could have helped you, but it was all guesses, and he shilled and sponsored so much. He screwed so many people over. I bought AMP. It's my fault. I bought AMP because of him. And then you never heard him talk about it again. He's just a scumbag, and he's a lunatic. He will not make you money. He is literally a lunatic. But he has heart in regards to fighting. He's a crazy person, but don't listen to him. Oh, this guy's sharp as hell, but I don't listen to him. And I was looking at other lists that people that weren't on it. House of Crypto, he's kind of an interesting guy, but entertaining enough. He has some good ideas. Coin Bureau, back in the day, good news stuff. Not so much anymore. I'm not into them, but they'll give you some news for new people or who want to know more about macro type of stuff. Coin Bureau is worth listening to. They're not going to make you any money. So some of these will be repeats, if not all of them. Crypto Zombie, he does videos here and there, and he says, right, every 2 seconds, right. So that drives me crazy. Just like the shit I say drive you guys crazy. The man, the meth, the legend, absolutely. I don't know if he's on drugs anymore, but BitBoy is completely a lunatic. Pretty amazing thing to see someone who was nothing to becoming like the crypto guy and the biggest arrogant asshole. And I used to, back in the day, last bull run, I used to terrorize him because he was talking about hunting all the time, and talking about going to kill moose and bear, and he did kill moose. He went with his uncle who betrayed him. Everyone betrayed him because he's a scumbag. And he got ahead of crazy, got a grill, did everything wrong that you could do as a human being. and he paid the price dearly. And then he left his family, cheated on his wife, and left. You want to cheat on your wife if you're not having a good marriage anymore? As the older I get it. But to abandon your family, yeah. Anyways, Crypto Zombie, he's all right. Don't know Oscar. Don't know Austin. Don't know Jacob. No, these have all changed since the last time I've looked at this. Elio Trades, sharp guy. He'll show you Superverse and all the stuff that he's involved in and literally involved in. But his videos are worth watching. Yeah, he'll show you, but his videos are worth watching. Maybe not the most trustworthy guy in the world. Probably won't make you too much money. It'll be too late, but because he makes these high produced videos, so it's a month after. In the same realm, Alex Becker, he's worth following on X. I don't love his style, but he's worth following. Crypto Face, can't stand that guy, but he knows how to trade. If you want to follow a trader or something, he's the guy. There's Alex Becker. He's a nut job, but it's more of an act. Not an act that I like, but if you follow him on X, because his videos YouTube are much later than his X, you might make some money. He'll show you a little bit, but I think he's coming out with a meme coin. Anyone who comes out with a meme coin, and Rand came out with 2 meme coins, like Gummy and whatever it was called. Anyone who comes out with a meme coin are scammers. Crypto Wendy, oh, she sucks. She'll just read you the news and ask you to like her video 50,000 times. That Michael guy was okay, but he makes videos a day later. So, yeah, exactly. And I don't do anything that any of these people do. They do a much better job. They really put a lot of effort into it, time, and producing their videos. That's what they do for a living, right? That's what Wendy does. She says she's a boxer. She's just yippity yappity, and I think I subscribed and I unsubscribe. Because sometimes I like to hear her view for a second, and I can go on the little bars where I can skip to like XRP news or something. If I don't, because I like to get different angles from everyone. But she'll shield the shit out of you, sponsor the shit out of you, and she'll never share with you portfolio. She'll just say, "I got a moon bag of that. I got a moon." She'll never give you anything about price, and I'm all for not giving price predictions, but she just will not make you any money. So she, to me, is not worth it. Covered her boy Lark, Miles, Crypto Archie, sure. Ooh, there's George again. Crypto Rover, never heard of you. Crypto John, yeah. Some of these guys are alright. There's our scammer banter again. Satoshi Stacker. So as you can tell, I don't listen to too many people anymore. And like I said, Crypto Jeb. So I used to listen to him a little bit back in the day. He had a guy with him, Tim, and I can't think of the other, Shmuel or whatever. And then Tim took over the show when Jeb left crypto crying for personal reasons, and then Tim failed, and then he went over to Discover Crypto, and now he has Crypto Investment Bros or whatever. This is like his first bull market, to be honest with you. Crypto Jeb's done well for himself, but he's more about pep talking you and just not going to make you any money. But he is a guy of an integrity. I haven't listened to him in a year, but I can say he would throw his Christian religion around. He'd let you know that every second, but good on him. Anyone I missed on here? Yeah, just remember the moon. Don't even bother with the moon because it's scum. Watch one of his videos, you'll know what I mean. So, not too many folks C90. Anything else for me? This is why I like doing it outside. Much better. I have much better mojo early in the morning, and I've been beaten up all week. Not a lot of sleep. I like Shadow doing what they are doing. Let's see what's game. So I like what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. It's just in this in this range. I'd rather see it in the, it's funny to wake up and have Bitcoin at 100,000+ and be like, all right, when is it going to make its next move up? It's crazy. But it has to. Something has to get moving again to, get it going. I don't like seeing, this is what I waited for in regards to volume. Like I said, we have to be 180 plus and over $85,000 to get interest in the market. Unfortunately, it's got to keep going. Volume's dipped quite a bit, and nothing concerning. But what it shows me is we're in a holding period right now. I'm buying still. I'm DCAing certain things because I don't think it's going to retrace as bad as I think. Moonwell I kept buying. Velo I kept buying it, when it did down to 10, 11 cents. And then there's other riskier, stupid ones that I'm buying. And so the newest one I added was Turbo. I bought Turbo. I have no idea why, because I like the tokenomics of it. I don't know why I bought another freaking meme coin on Coinbase. It was stupid. I was instantly down money on it. Smay. Yeah, Smay. He was annoying as shit. Alex Becker is cringe but hilarious. Yeah, he's a smart guy. He's all in act. He's douchey, but I used to follow him for a drop shipping before crypto. I see. Don't fud my gummy bags. Baked was his other. Yeah. Do you really have gummy? Have you made money on it? Smay's a man. Shroom, Tim, and Smay. Yeah. I was never a fan of Tim, but he rubbed me the wrong way with his certain things he was doing. It looks like no one from those lists would make us money. Brian Young, I think would. Alex Becker, I think would. Other than that, George is never going to make you money. Altcoin Daily is never going to make me money. There's also Digital Asset News. I had a whole list of people that I used to talk about. Digital Asset News. He will never make you money, and I liked him a lot. His name's Rob. He lives in Puerto Rico. I can't listen to him anymore just because it's just like nothing that's going to help you. I'm not saying I'm helping people right now, but he's, he has two channels, Dan Degen, which he does more of that on, so that's good. He's a sharp guy. It's just he doesn't ever really talk price either, and I think, you should never give price predictions, but you should give your opinion where you'd like to sell it. His whole thing is between $5 and $5,000, and it's just like throw someone a bone. You don't have to tell them it's going to $10, but you can look at the project, look at the tokenomics. If you know about the project and you're in it, which he's in more than I am, he's in more projects than me, he could say, this is where I'd like to sell it. I just think that gives people a little bit of peace of mind. Doesn't mean that's where it's going to go. I want to sell Velodrome at $1. Doesn't mean it's going to go to $1, and it doesn't mean I'm going to sell it at $1. If it goes to $1 and acts like XRP, the last thing I'm doing is selling it at $1. It's not like I'm going to have a stop order there when it hits $1 and it's going to become a market order and sell. Not going to happen. I'm going to see where the market is at. It gets to $1.10 and the market's weak as shit, and we're in the tail end, I'll sell it. I know, it was terrible. It was really fucking stupid. Excuse my language. Oh my god. I don't know why I did it. To be honest with you, I just literally saw it. I think, for a couple days, and I'm like, alright, bye. I don't even know anything about it. I just felt like buying something. And I think I'll be alright. Ooh. Yeah, I bought it much higher than that. Bought it higher than that. Bought it like 150 or something. Yeah, I bought it much higher. I bought it at the peak. Right there. Something like that. Boo, boo, boo. See? I make a lot of wrong moves. Not enough that it's going to kill me. Be a tax write-off if I get screwed up. But look at that. like the volume, which is shit compared to many others. I like the circulating supply to have it maybe go to a couple bucks and I can flip it. If not, c'est la vie. But I have no idea why I bought it. I would have rather taken that money and just thrown it into Velo at the time or Moonwell or something, but I did that anyways. Yeah, Mog was on my brain, but I'm like, I hate meme coins. I don't even know, and I truly do. And I bought some this year. I've never bought them before, never wanted to. Amy Piper was on Jeb's channel for a small time before he started his own channel. He tries to run very serious show. I like his routine, so I tune into his Piper Academy. All right, maybe I'll check it out. I think he's a good guy. He's young, pretty sharp for a young guy. Seems to have a lot of integrity, so I shouldn't be so judgmental. It's just, you listen to people for a long time, after a while, it, gets old. And I get, maybe it's my cranky 52-year-old, and I'm not that cranky, but I get a pretty opinionated. See you on the next stream, or whatever the hell he says. So, whatever. Things get on my nerves. Trust me, I get on my family's nerves more than anything. It's going to get mod coin, yes. First AI created token is Turbo's entire narrative. Yeah, I'll break even or make money on it. I'm not worried. I'll sell it at 2 pennies. Maybe it'll get there. Here's the thing that I believe. When newbies come in, they'll buy this crap. They'll see this stuff and they'll buy it. I think. The people who won't know. And will they be my exit liquidity? If they are, they are. But, it's not like the other crap I own, like Bonk and what's the other one I bought? Floki is going to get to a penny. I suppose one of them could maybe. Highly unlikely. Maybe Floki could, but I don't see that happening. Things would have to go crazy with the memes. Telling you what we need is just a green weekend. Liquidity it's going to be light, no ETFs, so we can be it's going down, manipulated either way. And I want to see Velo to 40 cents, so I want to get that momentum back up. Hopefully, some volume on Binance will push it. Tell you what's amazing to see Rip. This just shows you that we are just in this range of small accumulation, profit taking, not huge profit taking, but accumulation, waiting for what's next. Because the volume, you can see XRP is doing nothing. It's becoming more of a stable coin again in the $2.50 range. People on X stop thinking that this is going to save the world. XRP, I'm a huge holder, but diversify. Cardano, they're all just kind of staying stagnant. I love to see, Avalanche took a big hit, but right back into the 50-cent area. Nothing is killing it. C90, what are your thoughts on Arkham? What are your thoughts on Arkham and Ronin? I know you're not in Ronin. I believe, didn't you say like your gameplay is Superverse? Maybe you did. Maybe it was someone else. That's the same reason let's see. What's up, 073? Mate. I liked it, but I can't do the canned responses like that. Let's dive right into it. That's right. They will. That's the same reason I went into Jasmine. It's trash, but I will make bread with it. Exactly. That's that's why I have this one right here. This bad boy right here, and I own it way under that. It's a meme coin to me. It's the meme coins before I started buying some memes. But look at the token supply. I don't love that, but this could easily get to a penny. Easily, because I'm hearing more and more people asking about it, and every streamer's like, well, what the hell is that? Oh, it looks kind of cool, but it's a pile of crap. Look at the volume. It popped up the other week. So, it was getting some momentum, but everything was, and then popped back down. I have like 1.5 million of these. And, so it gets to a penny, it's 15K. Every penny it goes up is 15K. If it gets to a penny, I'm good. If it gets to 5 pennies, I'm better. And it could. If you look at the tokenomics, it can. I'm not saying it's going to, but it can. And it's the risk. I don't have enough in it, monetarily wise, where it'll hurt me if it's already at zero. It can't, you know what I mean? It's already at zero. I like having some of those. Those are risk plays for me that last bull market paid off for me. Certainly a very small part of my portfolio. But if you don't have that, you got to play. That's fun. That's roulette right there. Super, GFL, for my gaming plays. Lost 2K. I'm lit so far. Me either. I don't like their allocation as well. I think the only reason I started thinking about Arkham was because of Josh at Discover Crypto. So I do get, I bitch about him, I bitch about them, but I do get ideas from them. I think I heard Benke from DZ, maybe I don't even know where I heard it from. Same with Ronin. Took much money in it for me to really get excited about it, and too much of the token is returned to the creator. I agree. I do have a feeling Arkham is going to, I don't know, their token releases, they're both pretty high. I do believe it could do well, but there's something sketchy about it. I know a lot of people hate it. And like Virtual Bacon, he's another one. Virtual Bacon, he gets into the weeds heavily on tech. He's worth listening to and subscribing to. You got to just put him in fast motion though, because he is like watching, Virtual Bacon. Yeah, he gets a little in the weeds there, but he is worth subscribing to. If you want to know tech mind stuff, but without totally geeking out. Yeah, he's sharp. He's a genuine guy as well. You can just tell people who are genuine. He is. He definitely is, and he's sharp as shit. Doesn't mean he's always right, but he's transparent as hell. I love that. He tells you when he's getting out of things. He does these reports. Wait. So you said Super. Okay, yeah, Super's too late for me. I like it though, even though Alex, it's kind of a shill from their, it's their project. But I get it. Are you talking about, when you say lit? Are you talking about Litrony or something? Is it the one that I've been wanting to look at? You talking about this with one T? Talking about this bad boy or no? Or is there another one? Talking about that. Lit Lab Games. Gotcha. Because I looked at this one for a while, but God, you should see their videos. Watch their videos on YouTube. It is so freaking. It's like Cody's videos, and I like Cody. I like the Cody project, but it's like horribly, like, it's like my YouTube streams. It's freaking iPhone and just brutal. Yeah, it's trash. Double T's. Gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, I like the thought of Ronin, at least everything I've looked into and all that. I'm not going to do it. Arkham, I wanted to. Something held me back. So many people are against it, and it's got a fairly high. I think it's $1 billion or something like that. Billion total, maybe. Yeah, 225 right now. I don't know. For some reason, I could see this. I mean, all-time highs only like $4 or something. No, we're right at like all-time highs. I mean, things take off. I could see this doing $10. To be honest with you, that's why or $6. That's why I've thought about it, but I would not put enough in it for it to be probably worth my while. I mean, who knows? It could go to who knows where it could go. But it's holding tight. And I almost bought it the other day, but then I'm like, the more I look into it, my gut tells me don't do that, don't do Ronin. Ronin I looked at forever ago, and something held me back then. When you don't go with your gut, you do shit like buying Turbo and Floki. I need exit equality. It will moon. Arkin isn't on Coinbase. No, it is. It's on. It certainly is, amigo. Hold on. I know it is. Arkham. It's amazing. My portfolio is going up like crazy just because of a couple things, and a lot of the shit is down. Yeah, right here, Arkham on Coinbase. Buy and sell. Arkham. So I was tempted. You made a good return on Turbo. Well, you probably bought it on Phantom Wallet or some shit like that, or wherever. No, maybe not on Phantom. I don't even know what Turbo is on. What the meme coin is. Just looked shiny to me, and I went in. Almost bought that. Didn't do it. Looked at Move. Didn't do it. You know, the problem is it's like being a kid in a candy store. You can just it's just too damn easy, and I'm very willy nilly about spending my hard earned money. I just have no issue with it. I never have because I don't spend any money on my beautiful wardrobe or anything. It all goes to my kids and my wife and my dog right now. Dogs. Um, but you know, this is all making money, and we've waited. You know, I knew buying in the dredges of the horrible market was going to pay off, and it already has. What's up, Mike? Uh, you made a good return on Turbo. That sucks. You removed it. Coinbase wallet. Yeah, but no, but it's on. I don't know if you're talking about Arkham, but it is on Coinbase Standard or .com, whatever you would like to say. I'm looking at it right now. I think I'll pass. So let's see. Out of my portfolio, what is down? Nothing too much down below I bought it. Let's go through the portfolio real quick. Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano. And I'll just say what's red. I'll just go what's red. Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano red. Axelar, Injective red. Benki red, of course. Moonwell, Avalanche red. Velodrome, Ando, ALZ red. Near red. How is Near not $15? Propi red. Ethereum, XCN red. Metis red. Cody, Marlin Pond. Say red. Solana red. Illuvium red. Quant, Aave was one of my better picks, but I wish I bought a shitload more, like $70. SpareX, District OX, red. Scale, Alchemy Pay. What a shit project that is, but it's green. Polygon red. Polkadot red. Anchor red. Cosmos, Tia red. Goldfinch red. HBAR, VThor token. Turbo red. Floki, Vara, Bonk, Amp red. TrueFi red. Flare, Shadow token. Basic Attention token red. Suku, Degen, Alio, Core Chain. That's Core Chain. So I should also say Core Chain and Alio are free. Those are very small holdings. Yeah, guys, nothing's killing it. I mean, look at like Superverse. It's just been stagnant. All this stuff is just holding tight. Nothing wants to break out of its range. It's going to take. We're just at this level right now, waiting for the next leg up. How are you, Mike? Solana. Yeah. Yeah, I'm purposely, my daughter's boyfriend is like doing all this trading, and he's brand new to crypto, and he's like getting me anxious with wanting to do some of that and not going to. I'm trying to stay strong, but I know I'm not going to. I know I'm not going to stay strong. I say I'm not going to do it, but I know I probably will, or so. So I'm going to get myself probably used to it. He's working all weekend, but then I don't know. I really want to start trading leverage, but I haven't done it for so long that it's probably wiser not to do it. I can get a little carried away, and I like sleeping, even though sleep has not been great with the going on with the pup. For all of you who live in the Midwest and have a dog, be careful. You can't be careful. There's something called blastomycosis. That's a fungus. God forbid your dogs get it. I'm good just watching the slow chop. Yeah. But I'm ready for the next leg up. I'm ready. Why am I ready? I'm just ready because stuff like this, when Velo takes off like it did, and it needs to dip down, but it would be back up, significantly. I'm cool if it stays at 27 cents for the next 2 months and then makes the leg up. I'm just saying, in the thick of things, that would be at 50 cents, and I'd be very happy. I'm happy here, though. Very happy here. It's just I'm happier when I see a bunch of 30, 40, 50 percenters. Not when you're average, when you're seeing a lot of 14, 10%. Now, this is only on Coinbase, I should add, but Aptos is another one that I missed that I wanted. I watched it forever, and I think it's a great project. I would say my biggest regret, I was looking at Aptos right around there this year, and then staying pretty strong if you think about it. Biggest regret of this cycle would be picking Say over Sui. I'd have to say. It was a bad move. And here's an even worse move. I keep buying more of it. Keep buying a hell of a lot more of it. And it's never going to catch up. Economics suck. And so I'm kind of done in regards to the buying I'm going to do. Out of the money a little bit. My average in is like 62 cents. It's much higher at one point, but I bought a hell of a lot in this area to bring down my cost. But I just can't believe it's not $2. I cannot freaking believe it. I do believe that it'll have its time to shine, but it's gonna, the volume's great. It even has $500 million days. It'll go up when all the shit goes up again. It's gonna go. Hopefully, it's gonna go. Bitcoin gets to another level, then probably go into Ethereum, and then supposedly mid caps, the theory is, and then into the craziness of small caps. Let's see if that happens. That decision is going to haunt me. I know. Not a ton of things haunt me. That annoys me. Because it was a toss. It was a complete toss. And it was a toss with with Velo and Arrow too. And I bought both, but I bought a shitload more of Velo. And I sold Arrow. Because I was annoyed. You know how I always preach, hold on a sec, got a text from the wife, waiting for Catherine to pick up her breakfast. How I say to trade with your mind, not your heart. Well, I did that with my instinct, and I sold out of Velo or Arrow on like July 3rd. I made money, but it was just a stupid sell. I've sold all the ones I sold out of except for the Graph and Stacks was okay. Stacks I think is done. Might do okay, but the hype of Stacks is done right now. The whole you know, layers on top of Bitcoin. Uh, but I regret Arrow and Polyswarm a little bit. That was one I bought very low. I don't think it'll do great, but it's already tripled from where I bought it. But I sold out of a bunch of those. I do not care about selling the graph. Don't care about selling Saks. Didn't care about selling all the other shit. Losing my mind. Well, in the green, I think it's going to do well. I really do. I think that is going to have a serious run up. But look at how everything's just stagnant. This is the time to accumulate. I'm getting in a buying mood. How's Polygon not a buck yet? Who's selling their Polygon at a buck? Me. I will allocate to someone else. Now, if it does it this month, I won't. I don't need any more tax repercussions. Is anything on your guys' buyers list? Yes, but Arrow haunts me a little bit, but not that bad. Because if Arrow's not doing as good as Sui, so Arrow's not going to haunt me as bad because I think Velo is going to do well. I really do. It's not going to do as good as Arrow, but I think it's going to do well. You know why Sui is running over? Say it's Cassie. You called it. Ben and Cassie call it up. Dude, you're too fucking funny. NCT, I told you, my brother, the buy was... Yes. I know. I bought it low, and I actually like the project. I don't know why I sold it. I was pissed off. If you look at my video from July 3rd, I was pissed off. I'm like, sell. It's time to sell. I didn't sell everything. I was just selling some shit. I almost sold near at one point, but I'm like, calm the fuck down. I get pissed off. I'm usually pretty calm in regards to this, but when we were trending down and, I was up so much freaking money and then it just got killed. And I knew it would come back, but I was worried about the whole, no one was talking about crypto except for negative. There was no Trump talking about crypto. It was just a nightmare. It just was a bad narrative for us. And it was like, this is the worst bear market we've ever been in. And it was. I'm selling my Polygon tonight. Are you really? I cannot wait to get out of it. But I'm selling it at a buck. 90 cents to $1. I'll be good with that. And that one I'm going to because it's not going to do great. I just want to get out of it there. But I want to make okay money on it. I'm not looking to get out of it here. That one at 90 cents I'd be happy with. But I won't do it this year. Even though it's not going to reach 90 cents this year, I can tell you that. I have to figure out the Matic Pole migrate since it's on your ledger, right? That's true. Well, I mean, that's the complicated shit that newbies hate, and that's the thing about crypto. Even me, who I've been in it forever, and I'm asking you questions about advance. I just never used it. It's changed a couple times. Yeah, I don't know. There, with the wallets and everything for new people, it's very scary. Very scary, and I get it. There's a lot of, we do scare people in regards to things. That's why I use this Tangent wallet. I love it. Got 6 of them. It is so easy. Someone like me, that's what I need. Where's my ledger? Ledger's around here somewhere. I haven't used my ledger since I started using Tangent. It just works for me. I like stuff simple, as you can see. Anywho, C90 Mike, thanks for joining me. I had a lot of folks on here. It's okay. Weird time to go. I feel like when I go live on the laptop, it doesn't notify as many people. It's like you and Metal and a few other people. Hot sauce. Glad to see you. 073. Of course, I'm about to bail. And here's Metal. Speaking of the devil, isn't Bob on Metal? How you doing? How are you? Hope you are well. You must be happy with Chainlink. I came back a little bit. It dropped down though, didn't it? Let's see. Can't argue with that. I thought we hit like 30 something. Yeah, look at that. $30. I think Chainlink is gonna I'll do what I thought it was gonna do, to be honest with you. I thought no, and I don't know this for a fact at all, of course, and I don't own any Link like an idiot, but I'm certainly not buying it here. I was hesitant to think Chainlink could do $80 to $100. I believe I was wrong. I was also wrong thinking that Bitcoin could get through 100K as fast as it did. I preached forever that that's going to be tough. It wasn't tough at all. Went through it like freaking knife through butter. I mean, yeah, we bounced at 99, boom, down, but when I wanted to get through, it got to 104. I mean, that's going through it quickly. That's liquidations for you. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I just think I missed the boat on Link. I mean, I had the whole bear market. I had $10 forever to buy it, and it's like you like Sol. I do like Aave though. Aave is probably one of the better DeFi picks I grabbed in the bear market. Just had a feeling about Aave. I always liked what they did, old project, but I love their tokenomics. That's huge for me because it just boom, it takes nothing. Just like if Illuvium or Quant ever gets steam, it'll go up fast. Illuvium, I don't know if it'll hit it, but if the gaming narrative happens, it might go up by default. But it's got like 15 million supply, something like that. It just moves it so quick, you know. That's why Aave can move, 50, 60, $70 without blinking an eye, which would take a lot more volume for something like Link, you know. But Link will move. It just, it's not going to move in $50 increments. It's going to move a buck to, $7 in a day, $10. 70-ish, yeah. I think you're going to hit that. I mean, at this stage of the game right now, not happening now, but Jesus, we could be at Link could be. It really should be at like avalanche pricing at this point. I mean, I'm surprised that something like Link isn't at $40. I'm surprised that Avalanche right now is in at $80. Though, all right, I'm sorry. The other day I was saying I can't believe Avalanche is in at $30. I'm a greedy mofo. I can't help it. But when I look at the rest of the market, it's not like the rest of the market goes like this. A lot of the market, bigger caps and everything. I believe certain things should follow it. Example, Link. I've become always liked the project. I just always looked at the history. This is why history doesn't always repeat itself, like everyone says, but it rhymes. They do very good in the bear market. They have their run up, and then they can be stagnant for a while. Did happen to Link, and then boom, something happens. But I think Link's price should be now fair value is $50. Injective should be $50 easily. There's a lot that goes into that. Great project, great tokenomics, incredible tokenomics, good burn supply in there. I think Avalanche should be $75. Yes, I couldn't believe it wasn't $38, but that was the history. That was like 2 weeks ago. You're not near that stage of the market right now, unfortunately. But that'll be fun. Kelly stated the other day it's the largest bag he owns, and he wants to get to 1,000 links, shit, which means his bags are not that large. I wonder how many link he has. 1,000 link would be nice, but not that much. I'd love 1,000 links too. We had plenty of time to buy that. Yeah, shit, that's his largest bag, and he doesn't even have 1,000. No, that can't be. Is it because he's just a trader and he's not really a holder? Yeah. It's too late in the day for me to, yeah, for some reason 1,000 seemed like a lot, but no, what? That's crazy. Doesn't even have 1,000 link. What the? That can't be right. Never rips hard, but bear markets. Exactly. That's exactly right, Metal. 800. Okay, Jesus. And that's his biggest bag? Are you sure? So he's just trading. He's just trading then. Because there's no way. Drew has 2,000 links. Yes. Shocking house. Wow. I mean, 2,000 link is going to do well for Drew. He's a simple man. He just wants to get his guns and buy more land and blah, blah, blah. But, wow. Yeah, so I mean, Metal, you're going to make probably 300K on link. Because if things go crazy, I could spot, 80 to, you think 70? Yeah. If we hit 70, me personally, if it was me, I wouldn't be rushing out and I'd see how we play out there. Because it just had a hell of a run. It's gonna take its time, like it always does. But I mean, look at that in a month. Yeah, it amazes me on that type of stuff when I have like hundreds of thousands of certain projects. That won't reach $1. Of course, but I mean, something like Velo, something like AIOZ that's at $1. I mean, AIOZ is not going to reach the echelon of Link's caliber, but I mean, I suppose it could get to. Take a look, see, because if you listen to people talk about AI projects and all that, and they're AI, but it's really deep in. You always hear about AOs, they call it. I always say AIOZ because I like to get the AI in there. All right, so $21. This would be 24 billion. Let's just go like this. In the serious bull market, uh, you know, getting to that market cap is extreme possibility, extreme chance of that happening. That would be killer. But I mean, things will just move like crazy. So for it to get to links, and now it's $15. As that gets to $15, link will be. So, anyways, I can see the narrative 30. Let's say 34 billion. $30, sure, why not? And link. I don't know what their token on leases are going to be, but they have less supply than AOs, but AOs is all out. That's not bad either. 139. $100. 62 billion. I can't see why Link wouldn't do that if the bull market gets where it should be. Can't see why you'd have any issue with that. You're talking $70, 34 billion, or 43 billion. Absolutely. We would not be in alt season if that does not happen. I mean, I was hearing Ben, I don't know when it was, saying that he doesn't think we'll get past like a 5 trillion total market cap. I mean, we're already at over 3 trillion. I mean, that would mean Bitcoin goes to 120, 130, which is possible, and we don't get a crazy alt season. $9. Yeah, I remember you saying that. That's killer. That's great. That was the end there. I was stared at there a couple times. We had a couple opportunities to buy it there, and you're going to do real well on that, on all of yours. Yeah, it's just like, sometimes the utility they always say utility never drives anything. It doesn't on many things. It never did on XRP. Utility never did, or the hype even actually that. But with Link, it always has its run. Got to follow YouTube's who have more skin in the game than me. Yep, which is why I'm here. Thank you. I remember Vegan in the basement saying he had put 200K into AMP, and I must have muted him. It's unfortunate that I did that, but can I tell you, I've done a lot of. I hate to tell you, some of the other projects I have more than that in. I assume no one would have that amount of money and still invest in AMP. Yeah, that AMP wasn't supposed. Yeah, AMP was. I can remember the day. Ben was in his car. Forgive me. You learn from these lessons. I was doing very well in the market, and Ben was in his car when he was actually making great calls. I learned that I got a lot of projects from him. That he would talk about, and I made good money on them. He was in his car and he picked 3 projects that he's putting $100,000 into. AMP was one of them. I started looking into AMP, and he was talking about Amazon using them. And at the time, you remember, we were in the thick of things. Literally, Ben last bull run would say, "Oh, keep an eye on." What was the one? There was one that they took sponsors from everyone. It was one that bought. I can't think of it. And he was picking prices, and I hated the guy. I couldn't stand him. My wife wanted to kill me. I'm like, listen to this. And all the price predictions he was doing were coming through. So he picked 3 projects that he put 100K into each. AMP was one of them. I put 200K into it. Went up, boom, down, never again. And, it was at 4 cents, 5 cents forever. I'm like, it's all right. Get back. I kept waiting for him to talk about AMP. And I was on his streams every day, I remember. And people would ask about AMP. He's like, oh, AMP's going to be fine. It's just, did this, then. And then the SEC came out and named AMP on one of those insider trading things. And then it was freaking over. I'm like, there we go. So I just wrote it off in my mind. I didn't write it off on paper. So I still got it. But that, shame on me. But I liked it. That I bought Alchemy Pay. Alchemy Pay I bought, it was trading like a freaking banshee. And I bought it, and I was up a ton of money on it. We were all up a ton of money on everything. It just went down. But I have a ton of skin in the game. If I cashed out right now, life would be good, but that's not why I'm in here. I'm all in. I'm all in for the risk, man. I've worked my ass off in my life, and this, I'm all in. I'm never all in. I'm sorry. I have plenty of cash on the side to be all in. But I would never go all in on crypto. I always have enough money. God forbid something happened and I lost my career, whatever it may be. I've got enough money to sustain we're good. Insurance is the only issue, right? But I don't understand YouTubers who have no money, like Crypto Angler Metal, right? I mean, why are you in this? How can someone take someone's advice if they have 1,800 link, right? And that's a lot to them. I mean, right now, it would be a lot to buy, but not really. If you're a YouTuber, you should be able to, if crypto is your world, right, like it is Kelly's, he should be able to spend $30,000 right now on link or whatever it is, a few $1,000s, $10,000, whatever, to get him to 1,000 link, his goal. He should be able to do that right now. I remember listening to Nick on he used to be on the show. Whatever happened to Nick? C90. He would always say, I wish I had dry powder. I'm like, and that's okay if you don't have money. I can't, like, it's just talking about people who this is their first bull run, and it's like, and they're experts, yet they have no money. So TJ must not be paying them, or I don't know what the deal is, but I just don't know how you could be in crypto and not have a ton of dry powder. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. This is your swan song. Let's see here. I assume no one. I apologize. I thought you were trolling. You don't have to apologize. I've done my share of trolling, I suppose. I have to believe AMP was sponsoring the channel with how much he hyped it up. I don't think those jackasses at AMP sponsored anyone, man. Tyler Spalding, the leader of that, is just a fool. What a piece of junk. Stand corrected. BTC, Sol, ETH, Link, in that order are my top holdings. Oh, top 4 holdings. How can you argue with that, man? Can't argue with BTC being your top holding ever. AMP, Cardano, XRP, Atom, Cosmos were the tokens he told you never to sell. I remember when Ben hated. I remember when the SEC case went on, and everyone hated XRP, and not like I was a freak about it, but I'm like, I have faith that it's eventually going to do okay. And then he's like, oh, they're going to lose. And it killed the market for them. Killed the whole bull market for XRP. But I bought more right before they halted trading. I bought more. And I'm like, I'll just let it sit, see what the hell happens. I'm willing to risk it because the case, if it does end and it goes well, I never knew it would go well, and I never knew how bad it would get. But I knew it would pop up eventually. And I'm like, I'm the type of guy who just like, it's okay. I can compartmentalize it. And, I've done it my whole life with trading. I've lost so much damn money. Take it, stick it in the corner, and have it not bother me. Because to me, money is just freaking money. It's a way of freedom financially and all that, but I just love trying to make it grow. But it doesn't bother me. It bothers me a little bit, but when I lose it. But rarely do I lose it. You lose it when you sell, right? AMP, I'm getting my ass kicked on it, but I haven't lost anything. I haven't lost 1 penny until I sell it. Swan song, I love that. It's more for the kids than yes, exactly. It's for them and for when I get older. I would I'm around. When I'm 70, 80, or 90, if I'm healthy, I want to be able to not worry about finance. You have to worry about enough in life. I don't want to have to worry about finances. And I'm sure you guys know people or your parents or someone's parents who like their car breaks down, man. It is like it's a serious problem for them. Every time their air conditioning goes on, they're praying that nothing happens. No way. I've worked too hard in my life. I'm not going to let that happen. Nor you guys. That's why we're doing this. That's why we make the right moves, and we're going to frickin' sell, and we're all going to hold each other to it, even though I'm a pain in the ass. You're right. When someone says buy these tokens, but they ain't buying any, it's laughable. Yep. That means when Drew moved his BTC all into Link, it was 6 to 8K. Ah. He moved his BTC into Link? Shit. The Glassdoor review suggested they pay them poorly. Ah. Okay. My biggest runner last cycle was Algo. I believe that. You explain to me right now with unreasonable levels of risk. Yeah, I have unreasonable levels, but for the most part, it's all up. Except for last bear market. Bullshit. And even some of that stuff came back. I'm in the money on Cardano. I wouldn't have thought it would happen right now. Things are looking good. All I got to get up is basic attention token. That's from the last market. Basic attention token, Alchemy Pay, and AMP and District OX. They're all like, no, they're not all there. They're not even close. But it's all right. If they go up to me, it's like freaking vegan fucking cream on top. Frosting, whatever. It just like, oh, really? An extra, 300 some thousand that I wasn't expecting. I'm good with that. Be good with that. And if it doesn't happen, it'll be a write-off next year. But I think if we get into things are moving well, I mean, you see AMP. I mean, who would have thought it would be at a freaking penny? It's back down again. But it just shows you that things can move. And they will. For no apparent reason. I hate to see it lose steam. I love, if Jasmine can do it. But, the problem is this, as I always say, 80 billion. That's ridiculous. that be the kids. I'm gonna go. Metal, sorry you got in here late. My youngest one needs me. Well, wish I could have more of you on here, but I did have the core group. For all of you coming on later, subscribe, do what you need to do. Let me know what you want to do, and I need to get some caffeine in me. All right, C90 Metal, be good. Sorry it wasn't long. 88, we've been on here a while. C90, appreciate your help, brother. Really do. Talk to you soon. Have a good day.